Hello, welcome back to another video. Hope you enjoyed that 6-minute video I made last time, although I don't think it got many views, but anyway, we'll move on. So this morning, got up, decided I'm going to go for a bike ride just before work, so I'm thinking I'll get about an hour and a half in before I start. So today's Wednesday. On a Tuesday, I tend to swim. So that's more a technique day for me. So it's not a long swim because it's quite busy on a Tuesday. So I only done something like 650 meters. But it's more focused on taking my time. You know, I'm not the strongest swimmer. So like I said, it's about taking my time, get my technique in, making sure that, you know, I'm opening my hands and doing all sorts of stuff because swimming's all technique. That's what I'm learning. But today I have as I said, an hour and a half bike ride. On my lunch I'll probably do a 5k. I haven't ran in a few weeks because I got a bit of a hip injury. I think it was from running too much because I had never built up that volume, so I think I had done, too much too soon. But anyway, so this morning to fuel up, I've had 2 bowls of porridge, a cup of coffee, and a glass of water, and I'm trying I'm trying a new electrolytes for myself, which is the Pure Sport. Before I was drinking the Striker brand electrolytes, and they were not bad. Bit dull in the taste, but they weren't overly salty. I definitely noticed a difference adding the electrolytes in because I was cramping quite a lot in swimming or when I was out on my bike. So I'm going through all the brands at the minute to see which ones I prefer. I've just tried this and, you know, ironically it is extremely saltier compared to the Striker brand that I was drinking. However, it tastes better in flavour, so it's a citrus flavour and you can really feel it come out, so it's a bit more enjoyable. But both of them are good so far, so I'm going to try it out on my bike ride, and then obviously I'll see how I feel on my lunch and my run. I won't drink any more electrolytes, but I'll just drink water throughout the day, and then on my run I'll see how I last in terms of like cramping and things. But yeah, so I'll take a few videos when I'm out cycling, and then next time you'll probably see me will be in the kitchen either preparing food or preparing for my run. But I will see you in a few minutes. That's me about a 7k in. I'll show you some of the views. Oh, hopefully you can see them. So far, ride's going okay. I feel a bit weak this morning. Trying to film one-handed is quite difficult, but we'll manage. Oh, I almost crashed into a tree there, that's why I just cut it abruptly. But I don't know why, but iPhone cameras don't seem to turn round. Also, it skews the Robocop helmet. It's for aerodynamics and it costs like 20 quid, so it does the job. But like I was showing you before, some of the views. I'm at an area called Daysel Park. I'll probably be abused by my mates because I've pronounced that wrong. Yeah, I'm about half an hour in. I've not cycled. Normally once I'm about half an hour in, I'm about 15 to 18k, but it's just been such a slow ride. Obviously with it being early in the morning, traffic is extremely busy. And I just feel a bit weak this morning. I don't know if that's just because when I normally do these longer rides, it tends to be more in the afternoon, traffic's quiet, I've eaten a bit more, I've had 2 cups of coffee and drank more water. But it is what it is. It's competition prep at the end of the day, because when I go for my competition, as far as I'm aware, it all starts about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, so obviously I'll be nice and wakened up by the fresh cold water, but yeah, I'll still be in the same situation where I'll probably be knackered from swimming so much and then have it refuel on the bike, which is something I need to start learning how to do, because at the moment all I really bring is water and a few energy bars. 2 seconds, I'm just pausing my watch so it doesn't look like I've just stood about for ages. So normally I bring not even energy bars, breakfast bars, but I need to start investing in some gels and things that I can bring with me to help on these longer rides. So I've got a fun climb in about 2 minutes. I'll try and show you. Don't really know if that done any justice, but that is a massive hill I just came flying down, and now I need to go all the way back up. But yeah, so I'll probably see you either when I get home or if I decide to stop again. Had to cut it short. I think I've got a bit of a slow puncture in my tyre. I can feel it. I also didn't pump them up before I left, so could be that there's just not enough air in them. Only got 12k in 50 minutes. Sorry, I had to stop my watch. Only got 12k in 50 minutes, which is shocking because I do about 30k in an hour and a half. So yeah, very slow. Not my usual. Don't know what's wrong. I feel pure, my legs feel like jelly. I don't feel I've got a lot of power. Also the bike is only 80 quid, so it's not the best. Well, it's great, but I reckon I could get a better one and probably get more out of it. Also, I've not had a bike fit done, so I've done it all myself and played around with the brakes and suspension because they were pretty weak. It doesn't even have suspension, but I played around with the brakes and the gears because they weren't working properly, and when you remove the back tyre, the rear derailleur came off, so I had to recalibrate it all, which I've probably done wrong because I'm not a mechanic, but hey-oh, heading home. I think I see my cat. But anyway, heading home, and I will update you when I'm eating again. That's me on my run. Just stopped so I could film it. About 1.5k in. Plan is 5, just to ease myself back in. Hopefully you can hear me. Traffic everywhere. Like I said, brick session. Bike didn't go too well. Hopefully the run goes a bit better. But I'll update you when I'm done. Oh, 5k complete. Now just a 5-10 minute walk home. Didn't plan my route, I just ran a route that I knew, but it never finishes at my house. It always finishes about 10 minutes away from my house. Well, 10 minutes is an exaggeration. About 5 minutes when I'm walking. It took me 28 minutes to complete, which is probably one of my slower runs recently. But as I said, I've took about 3 weeks off running. So, you know, it's alright. I think my slowest was like 31 minutes for a 5k, so at least I'm not back to square one, I must say. But since I've stopped running and just been biking and swimming, definitely feel my performance has dipped in terms of fitness. I feel like when I had my running, I was doing like 10k, you know, consistently. I was running 15k once, twice. I'd done a 12k twice, do you know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like because I had built that aerobic base when I was doing the other sports, maybe not so swimming too much, because swimming I actually feel like I'm improving a lot. I'm just not swimming as long as I probably should, but definitely on the bike I don't feel as, I don't know, energised, and I also just don't feel as fit, to be honest. But I've also not cycled further than 15k, I think, where I was doing at least a 30k once every 2 weeks. So definitely some improvements to be made. Thankfully I'm still like, I don't know, 8 months away from my competition in July. That's probably poor maths on my part, but still, you know, I've still got loads of time to build up my aerobic base, get faster, get fitter, get better at all 3 disciplines. I definitely need to work on my diet, because I feel like my diet as well is just not great. I'm definitely not eating enough. There was a point there for a few weeks where I felt like I was eating pretty well, eating enough calories, mostly carbohydrates, but that's kind of dipped. I got sick, so ever since then I've just not had the same hunger to eat loads and loads of food. But hopefully now that I'm incorporating running back into my training, you know, my hunger will come back. I'll eat more calories. Definitely need to up the fruit, I think, because when I do eat fruit maybe a couple times a week, but I do maybe need to start eating it more often, especially bananas. I feel like bananas give me a good source of energy, especially in the mornings. But anyway, I'll catch up with you when I'm home. Hello, back again. Unfortunately, I forgot to finish the YouTube video on the day I was meant to finish it. So this is me just quickly saying that I'm done, essentially. Yeah, I will be making a new video after this one. It's basically a week after. So just a roundup from last week. I did a swim, run, then bike, but I didn't really do much else. Currently, I'm on my way to the swimming. It's the following week, so normally I bike there, hence the out of breath, and swim. I'll probably do about 30 minutes, which will probably be anywhere between 600 to 900 meters. And then I'll bike home. Today is a gym day, so I'll do weightlifting. Yeah, but I will create a video on, you know, a full week of training essentially, which will be my next video. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.